Would you like to go live? On YouTube? And we're on video anyway? James, do you want to kick us off, please?
Yeah, hi Tom.
Hello.
You're finally set to make your Lions debut. How are you feeling?
Yeah, no, really excited. Kind of, yeah, trying to build up to this week in an orderly fashion rather than trying to get too excited a bit too quickly. But yeah, no, can't wait to get out there, to be honest.
Has it been tough watching from the sidelines, watching other guys go and do well, and you've had to wait your turn?
I wouldn't say tough's a word. Kind of, it's just built the excitement really. I think seeing the English players and everyone else come out and do well and be able to train. It's the training side more, to be honest. Yeah, it's just kind of building that excitement. But yeah, no, the opportunity's finally come, so can't wait to get out there.
And when you first sustained the injury, was your heart in your mouth a little bit? Were you worried?
Yeah, a little bit. I got a little bit excited on bench press, but I think yeah, it is what it is, and it's probably a good thing to kind of put me back in check. But yeah, no, it's all good, so we're ready to go.
Just a little scare with it.
Yeah.
And are you looking forward to playing alongside Sam Simmons in the back row? It's a dynamic combination that we haven't seen with England, but you looking forward to playing alongside him?
Yeah, and Navidi or Navici as he's been called. Yeah, I think playing with those two is going to be really exciting. I think Sam especially in attack, and then having Navidi around the breakdown defensively. I think it's a really exciting combination, and yeah, one that I've been excited to learn off, but also excited to kind of throw ourselves at everything.
And off the field, there's been another outbreak in the Springboks camp. There's also reports of an outbreak in the Sharks camp. Has that had an effect on you guys? Is it creating an atmosphere of uncertainty within the camp?
No, I guess this is the beauty of being with the Lions, is it's all taken care of, and it's out of our control as players, I guess. So that's not for us to worry about. All that we know for certain is that tomorrow's on and we're ready to go. So kind of whatever happens, happens, but we're ready to play really.
If a game were to be called off, it would probably inhibit your chances of proving yourself, wouldn't it, in terms of selection? Would that have a big impact?
It's the same for every single player. Selection's been going on for 4 years, I guess now. So one or two games, yeah, I guess, but it's the same for everyone, to be honest. So it's all about taking the moment and what you're doing in training and ultimately tomorrow. But yeah, it's a team sport, and hopefully, good game tomorrow as a team, get the win, and whatever happens at the weekend or after that happens.
Okay, thanks, Tom. Go well.
Tom, given that Sale missed out on a place in the Premiership semi-finals last season because of COVID, you're obviously aware of the issues that go with it. Even though they are your opposition, do you have empathy and sympathy for what the South African and the Bulls squad are actually going through for these couple of days with all this happening?
Oh, 100%. I mean, everyone's talking about kind of how big it is for Lions, but for like South African players, what is it? Once every 12 years, 8 years? Don't let me do the maths. But yeah, it's a huge occasion for them. So massive understanding for them. It's not people's fault if they catch COVID, to be honest. And it is what it is. So yeah, huge understanding for them, and hopefully we can get something out of it.
Exactly, the important thing to remember is games are going to be called off, and it is just part of it. I guess the knock-on is that say in the Premiership, you'd each get points, but of course in this one you lose a chance to impress the selectors. It's actually a bigger knock-on for the players this time round, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. But as I said, it's kind of whatever opportunities you do have, you have to take, and everyone gets the same amount. It's not like people are getting more or less. So yeah, it is what it is, really.
You've been sitting watching on the sidelines. I don't know many top-level sportsmen who enjoy that. What kind of watcher of a game are you?
Probably a little bit enthusiastic. I still don't really know. I've not really done it, to be honest. But yeah, no, kind of, yeah, it makes you more excited, to be honest. I don't think it makes it frustrating or tough. It's just kind of the next training session, you probably have to calm yourself down because you're a bit eager to get going. So yeah, no, it's been exciting watching the players and watching everyone go, to be honest.
Warren had said many times that everyone would get a start in the first 3 games, injury dependent, of course. So you knew you were going to get a chance. But is there still a feeling in your mind that you're playing catch up, watching the other guys wearing the shirts already?
Not really, mate. I'm just going out there to play rugby. Kind of selection, whatever that's for you guys to speak about. For me, it's kind of doing what I love and playing for a team that I've dreamt about. So yeah, I honestly I can't wait to get stuck in tomorrow, and whatever happens, whether it's a good game, bad game. I'm just there and I love it.
Thanks, Tom.
Hi Tom, it's Chris Foley. I just wondered, first of all, what's this Navici business?
Because he's a part-time DJ, it's like Navidi, Avicii, Navici.
Right, okay.
So yeah, no, he's yeah.
Is he new DJing, or is that not in your skill set?
It's Tig and I. We're coming along nicely. Navici's our mentor, so Tig and I we're trying to learn as much as possible from him.
And there would have been a perception before the tour that back row places were going to be very strongly contested, but it's sort of really panned out that way, hasn't it? Ty Burns gone well at 6, Courtney went well at 6, Hamish Watson gone well at 7. Does it just sort of keep ramping up that feeling that it's a really sort of cutthroat area of the side and selection?
I don't know. Everyone's kind of mentioning selection as if it's a negative thing for the players. But it's not. Like, it's brilliant to see, Ty go well. It's brilliant to see Courts and Hamish at the weekend, because it shows we're kind of doing something right as a group. So yeah, everyone who's played has played well, and I think that's the brilliant thing about this side at the minute, is the competition. So yeah, no, can't wait to get my opportunity and to get stuck in and love it. Especially with Simo and Navidi. I think they're both unbelievable players, so it should be really exciting.
We're really all assuming you'd quite like to play in the tests, that's all.
Sorry?
We're really all assuming you'd all quite like to play in the tests.
Yeah, no, well, exactly, but one game at a time.
Right, okay. Thanks, mate.
Tom, Alex Flick from the Mirror Afternoon. Can I ask you about the size of this challenge that you've got in this Lions to 3 weeks to prepare for the World Champions? So much uncertainty with COVID swirling around. Is this as tough a test as you've ever faced in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I guess playing in the Lions is the ultimate test, especially kind of with COVID restrictions. But I guess kind of that's the beauty of having 6 nations, autumn nations, where we've been in bubbles before, and there's been relative uncertainty about games. So it kind of almost feels like the norm now, I guess. But I guess that's the beauty of games coming thick and fast, is you've got to quickly focus your attention onto the next thing, and that could be 4 days in advance. So yeah, it's always about the next game and what we can do next.
Is the key to this to always expect the unexpected, always be prepared for what you're perhaps not prepared for?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you just got to prepare normally. As we've said, it's kind of you get your body ready, get yourself ready to play, and if the game's there, brilliant, you're ready to go. If it's not, right, crack on to the next one. So yeah, it is what it is.
Tom, just a quick one from you up in Scotland here. Flipping that selection question on its head then, you're out there with guys like Hamish Watson and so on. Is it more of a supportive environment there where you're relying on everyone to help you train well? Everyone needs to kind of really pull together off the field so you get the best team on it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's kind of how it's been approached, really. Especially as a back row group, lots of questions being asked, if there's been rotations, kind of getting lads up to speed. I think Hamish and everyone was brilliant for me coming in when I first came into Jersey. So yeah, it's all about lads getting everyone up to speed and how we can get the best team out there possible. I think that's the main goal, is to win the series, isn't it? So whatever team is the best, they can go do that.
Obviously, once the warm-up games are complete, you will be tying Hamish's shoelaces together under the table at breakfast, yeah? No problem. Cheers, Tom.
Hey Tom, how's it going?
You right? Yeah, sorry.
Listen, I was just wondering, I was just looking back on yourself, and I saw like your first 4 tests were against South Africa. Well, 4 of the first 5 tests against South Africa, and I was looking at that Cape Town win that you guys had, and 80 of the guys that were involved in that are now on that Lions tour as well. Just wondering how, as you as a player, and what did it mean to you to be on that tour and that kind of, to take on the Springboks back then those few years ago?
Oh, it was a massive experience, and one I still kind of hold pretty tightly now. I think it was my second, third and fourth tests, and I think took a lot of learning from that, especially not just off the field, kind of the cultural side of it, but I guess the cultural side on the pitch and what it's like to play in South Africa, and probably especially Ellis Park altitude first game. I think is a hugely special moment that I hold pretty dear. So yeah, kind of a lot of experience taken from that. It's a bit weird not having the fans, I guess. But in terms of the rugby side, I think moving forward is that ultimately the contact area will be a hugely contested area, and one that probably needs to be won.
I saw one of the things you had in one of the Lions series following you guys, that you were saying that Faf de Klerk was slagging you, saying you're not going to get a win, and remember what that victory was like. I was wondering, are you still in touch with him and any of the other guys, or do you cut off all communications once you get over into the squad?
No, I spoke a bit to Jean-Luc Dupree, just seeing how it is, mostly talking about the altitude, to be honest. I don't think he's a fan either. So yeah, no, it's we'll see once it gets to the end.
Cheers, Tom.
Tom, it's Chris White again. Just wondered how pleased you were for Ben, and just what a sort of big week it is overall for the family, really, with what he's doing and what you're doing.
Yeah, no, really, really excited. I mean, probably saves my parents a lot of travelling, so I think they're a bit happy with that. But yeah, no, pretty gutted I couldn't be there to see it and kind of congratulate him and stuff like that. But watching it on the TV, and I think he went pretty well. So yeah, no, really exciting, and hopefully be able to push on for more things, really.
Do you stay in regular contact as brothers? Are you in touch most days, or just a bit of messaging or whatever?
Probably not too much, to be honest. Just kind of good luck, how's camp sort of thing. So yeah, no, I know he's enjoying it, and that's what matters, really.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Phil.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers, Luke.
Cheers, Tom.
Thank you.